Have you guys ever heard the story of Fenn's treasure? So this 80-year-old man was dying of cancer, and he hid a treasure chest somewhere in the Rocky Mountains from New Mexico to the Canadian border.
Oh my!
Worth $2 million, and he released a poem, one poem, basically saying like where it was, with like kind of like little clues in the poem, but you had to like dissect the poem, and it was super vague.
I'm sure it's pretty vague.
Yeah, it was insanely vague. But
I could never be smart enough to do that. I'd write like the most complex thing. I'd be like, nobody's ever gonna find this, and someone would have it before I died. Yeah, they'd be like, found it. And I'd be like, my whole legacy, it's all over.
Yeah, so this guy hides a $2 million treasure chest full
just
of
cash or stuff,
full of like gold and like old antiques and gems and jewels and stuff. And the guy was like an art collector, so maybe he just put it in that and hid it somewhere in the Rocky Mountains, dropped this poem, and then basically
just dropped a new poem. Check it out.
He put it in a book, but put it in a book. And this treasure hunt went on for 10 years. He did this in 2010, and the treasure hunt went on. 5 people died looking for it.
Oh.
A couple people sued the guy because they thought that he was like moving the treasure when they would get close.
Oh, he was still alive.
He was still alive
for a while.
Yeah. So 10 years after he dropped like the poem, some guy found it.
No way. It was real. I just figured the guy faked it.
Yeah, no, it was real. And then he died like a month after it was found.
Okay, that's cool that he was alive for it.
But he stated, like, I'm never going to tell anyone where it is. Like, I'm going to take it to the grave if nobody finds it by the time I die. Yeah. But like 250,000 people were looking for it.
Whoa.
Wow. Over that 10-year span.
Huh. That seems like something your dad would do.
Hide it?
Yeah.
No,
like
go and look for it.
Or go and look for it.
Hide it. That's really cool. It's just like the fact that you can do anything you want. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's just like, I'm going to create a treasure hunt for 250,000 people that it amounted to.
But think, if you're a rich guy and you don't have any, like, kind of...
like family to pass down onto.
Yeah, that's way
cool.
more fun.
Cool way to do it, yeah. I agree.
Way more enjoyment. But yeah, dude, people were suing this guy.
So where was it?
In Wyoming somewhere, but he never said where it was. And the guy that found it said he had like the general area of where it was. I don't know if it was like a mile span, but he spent 25 days straight in this little area looking for it, and he finally found it.
Where was it?
Where
was it?
Somewhere in Wyoming. But the
guy
guy
really
never said
narrowed
where
down
it was.
in.
Like buried or what?
That's what I'm trying to picture. Is it buried?
Under a
Is it under a
rock?
tree? Like, what are you looking for?
That's like the part that's like the most annoying is they never said where it was.
I'd just be curious to know that.
Yeah, because think even when you're looking for something, like if you threw that basketball over there out into the woods or the field, it'd probably take a while to find that. And I'm looking for a basketball. Imagine if you don't even know what you're looking for.
Yeah, dude, people were dying and the police were contacting them. Like the part of Yellowstone, they were like, you need to call this off. Like people are dying. And he said, people drown in pools and you don't drain the pool.
Yeah.
He was like, so then he released a statement and he said, I hid this when I was 80 years old.
Yeah.
And unhealthy. You don't need to die to find it.
Okay, that's smart.
Like it is somewhere very accessible to find it because like people are like rappelling down massive faces of rocks and stuff.
Trying to get rid of
yeah,
that's
like
a
thinking
good
that
point
it was,
though. If he really did hide it himself, they kind of are a little bit silly. I mean, I guess he could like helicoptered in somewhere, but still.
Yeah, dude. But some guy like broke into his house in 2018. And,
it's at his house.
Yeah, the guy like stole another treasure chest that was like
I'm
fake
sure he didn't put all his.
like that.
Oh, okay.
And got caught stealing it at gunpoint. It says just in the article he was held at gunpoint until the police arrived. So I'd imagine this Forrest Fenn is just holding him with a shotgun or something in his face. Like
that's
you're
awesome.
not going anywhere. But when I was reading that, as soon as I saw that somebody like broke into his property, I was like, oh my gosh, some guy probably broke in, held him at gunpoint and said, where is it?
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah. But then it took another twist and I was like, oh, that isn't how it went.
If that happened, that dude just seems like such a badass that he'd be like, you really going to shoot me for it? I'm not telling you.
Yeah. I mean, he said he was taking it to the grave. So,
dude, that's crazy. Wyoming. Remember the dude in Wyoming that we were talking to at the bar that was like, he's super interesting. And you asked him like, oh, something about killing someone. Like you didn't just go, would you ever kill anyone? But he's just like,
Are you talking about Butthole?
I didn't want to drop a name
Oh,
here,
okay,
but
sorry.
yeah, but
Butthole wasn't much of a name.
yeah, I know.
The police are like,
That's
we
so
got him.
Yeah. But yeah, he was just like, oh yeah, I know where to do it. Yeah, ride a horse up there in the mountains, like in Wyoming, and
He's
just
a true cowboy.
Yeah,
true
you don't
cowboy.
fuck with those cowboys.
Yeah, like he didn't even like, it wasn't a joke. He's just like, yeah, I mean,
I could do it.
I could do it, and I know where I'd do it and how to do it. Not gonna do it, but yeah.
Don't piss him off.
Yeah.
People apparently were like quitting their jobs and getting arrested for like spending too much time in the Yellowstone National Park.
You can get arrested for spending too much time.
I don't know, like being there without a permit and stuff,
really?
and like camping in places that you're not supposed to.
Like it.
Oh, another guy also dug up a grave site, thinking that he would like put it in a grave, and he was like digging up graves.
Dude, when you first said that, people were quitting their jobs. I'm like, that was so dumb. But also, you get people. I'm not saying they're delusional, but they're like, $2 million, we could take the next year off, and then I'm good, set for life. Like it almost reminds me of like a movie. We just gotta find the fence treasure.
Dude, I guess it was like a big deal at the time, and like
There'll probably be a documentary on it.
Yeah, there was like podcast, obviously, podcast series on it, like trying to figure out where it was.